Hello, hello, hello. Can everyone see me? Hi, everyone. Happy 4th of July almost. Oh, my goodness. It's been quite a morning over here. How is everyone doing? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up. Nora, it looks like you're the only one in here right now. Oh, my goodness. This has become part of the work. You're saying it's become part of your weekend routine. Oh, my goodness. Hi, Oopsie. How are you? I put on my glasses so I can read everything. It's time for Glow. Yes, it is. It is. Her Globy group is growing quickly now. I know. Hi, Mimi White. How are you doing? I couldn't believe it when I looked on the looked on the um YouTube studio. I'm almost at 21,000. I've just almost hit another 1,000 just in the last few days. But I guess that is in great part due to Bob Wells. I am just so grateful to him. And hi, TAG. Hello. Jeffrey Resendez. Hello. How are you? Mary Herzog from Colorado. Hey, I just watched a video that someone was in Colorado camping, and I texted that or did a comment on the video. They were on Blind Views, one of his videos, and I asked him, could you tell me where this beautiful location is? And he emailed me and gave me the GPS spot. So I hope to be there soon, one of these days. It was just beautiful camping, free camping. So you know my favorite four-letter word is free. So, hey, Debbie Johnson, how are you? Graham Whitaker, oh, good day from Australia. Hello, Graham. How's it going in Australia? Now, is this your winter? You know, my geography is off, I don't know what to say, but what is the weather like there right now? Delphine Bowles, hello, Delphine. And hi, Carol, and everyone from Tampa, Florida. Wow. So what are all of you planning? Get my glasses a little straight. Planning to do for this 4th of July weekend? I am just so honored that you took time out of your 4th of July weekend to come and say hello to me and spend a few minutes with me. I just really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Brenda Crommeller. Hello, Brenda. How are you? Anita Edwards. Hi, Anita. Welcome. 11:59. Hi, 11:59. Glad to be here, Carol and all. And 11:59. I finally wasn't until today, but I got your Amazon gift card in the mail, priority mail. So it should be there. They're saying by Tuesday or Wednesday at the latest. Whew, finally, now just to get Iron Horses done, and then I'll be caught up. Brenda O from West Virginia. Wow, I hear West Virginia has some beautiful, beautiful hills and valleys in West Virginia. I would love to visit West Virginia one of these days. Lori Walsh, hey, Glow from Pennsylvania. You know, I've been wanting to go to Hershey, Pennsylvania to that RV show, and also to see, do they still have the Hershey factory there in Hershey, Pennsylvania, Lori? And going to that famous steps where, the Rocky movie was. Lori Walsh is finally alive. Well, I'm so glad you were able to make it, Lori. Mom Stuff, say Gaylin in Port Lavaca, Texas. Well, hey, I will be in Texas in October, God willing, in Abilene at Abilene State Park for Lollapalooza. Jeffrey Renzendez says, hope you come to Rhode Island. It's very beautiful. You know, Jeffrey, I have been to Rhode Island. I used to live outside of Boston, and I would make that trip often. We had friends in Rhode Island, so I made it to Rhode Island, and then I would drive there going up and through up to New York also. So I have been to Rhode Island. It is very beautiful. Lori Walsh says, yes, it's winter there. Oh my goodness. Wow. Brenda Cronmiller said, oh, you're doing a cookout. Well, our church this evening, and right after this, I'm going to have, even though they're going to be celebrating the fireworks, I want to get over there early because they're having like a tailgate and cookout and food trucks and everything. So we're going to go over there and just hang out in our van and wait for the fireworks. So Brenda, you're going to a cookout. What are you bringing, or what's your favorite food for a cookout? Purple Tube says, hello, everyone. Purple Tube, you have a video out. A video out that I have been meaning to watch. I haven't gotten around to it, but I do want to get over. I saw your announcement on it. Bron Green says, it's winter in Australia, been raining here, but it's not too cold. Well, Bron, I tell you something. There are a lot of people in the United States right now, especially the West Coast, who would welcome some rain. It has been blazing, blazing hot here. Unheard of temperatures in Portland and Seattle, 116, 118, and there have been a number of deaths because of it. So we would love some rain here right about now. Lori Walsh, well, thank you for inviting us. I'm so happy that you're here. Tag says, watch local TV celebrations and grill. So what are you grilling, TAG? What's going to be on the grill? Debbie Johnson says, staying home with the fur kids. You are a joy to listen to. Thank you, Debbie. Thank you. 11:59 says, oh my goodness, thank you. I know, 11:59. It's about time. I know I am really late on that, but thank goodness I got it out to you finally. Lori Walsh says, of course, Hershey Kisses. Well, I plan on making it there. That is one of the things on my list of things to do, and to make it to that RV show. Brenda Williams says, hello, Glow from Brenda Williams in Georgia. Love your show. Oh, you know, I've been to Georgia many, many times, to Atlanta, and I love to the Martin Luther King Center and other things in Atlanta. I love Atlanta and I love Georgia. There are a lot of beautiful campgrounds in Georgia that I would like to go visit. Jill Weatherly says, hello, Glow. Hi, Jill. Welcome, welcome. Lori Walsh says, I used to go to Hershey as a kid at least once a year. Well, I've never been, and I want to go there, Lori. So that's somewhere I plan to do. Linda Waxman says, Bend, Oregon. Oh, Linda Waxman, love you, sweetie. Oh, thank you, Linda. Bend, Oregon. That is a beautiful spot. I went to school with a girl, for high school with a girl from Bend, Oregon. Oregon is just one of the most beautiful states, I think, anywhere. Graham Whitaker says, I'm in Albury, next to the mountain, so cold and wet at the moment. 8 a.m. Sunday morning, and life is good. Well, I'm glad life is good for you, Graham. I am so glad. Hey, sis, over 50 and fantabulous. Welcome, welcome to the house. So glad to see you. Brenda Cromwell says, the usual hot dogs, hamburgers, potato salad, and I'm the host. Whoa. Well, that's going to be a lot of work, Brenda. Oh, my. Lori Walsh says, yes, scary, those temperatures. Yes, it has been very frightening, and there's been a lot of tragedy associated with it. C says, hello from Washington State. Oh, you know, one of the places, I don't know why, but I have just this urge for the last several years to go to Bellingham, Washington, and see that. Going up the coast, going up and into Vancouver, I never stopped there, and that is on my list also. You know, the little nooks and crannies that you want to see, but you haven't. Over 50 and fantabulous says, yes, here in Oregon, in my town, it got to 118 degrees. Wow. Our local Walmart ran out of bottled water. I bet they also ran out of air conditioners and fans too. Oh my goodness. The vegan athlete, originally from Boston. I live in Maryland now. I loved Boston. I really did. Oh my goodness, but it's gotten so expensive, just like almost every major city now. Ray says, hi, internet family. Hello, Ray. Welcome, welcome. Happy to have you in the house. 11:59 says, Northwest heat stopped me from going there. Very disappointed. Yeah, it's not somewhere you wanted to be at that time. Hey, Tim from Mo Bang for your bucks. Hey, we still need to do something, do a collab of some sort, Tim, but I'll be in touch. You know, it's just so busy. I can't believe how busy I've been lately. TAG says sausage and hamburgers with grilled onions and green bell peppers. Ooh, that sounds good. That sounds really good. Lori Walsh says, over 50 and fantabulous. I lived in Las Vegas for 6 years. It used to get to 124 per week on end. Yes. we go to Palm Springs every summer for at least a week or two. And it has been 121 or 22 degrees when we've been there. So yeah, but we have a system, and I'll tell you what it is in a minute. I want to say hello to everyone else. Van Life with Gina. Hello, Van Life with Gina. Van Life with Gina has a special place in my heart. When I was just a wee little YouTube channel, which I still am, but when I was even more wee, Gina did shout outs to get me to my next goal. So thank you so much, Gina. And you're having a live today, Gina, right? Is it at 6 p.m.? Pacific Standard Time? Could you go on and let us know, Gina, so everyone can go over and say hello to you? She has some crazy good music over there. TAG said you have such a lively, cheerful chat going on. I have the best. Of course I'm biased, but I have the best people on YouTube. I'm sorry. This is the best internet family there is. T Beer, hello, says sending love to you. I so enjoy your channel. Thank you. We had some exciting things, fam, this week. Bob Wells had interviewed me. So I didn't really go do it a lot on it because, I didn't know for sure. It was supposed to air maybe in October. So I didn't want to announce it and then have it not, come on. But it came on a bit early. It's on now. It came out. Someone called me and said, "Did you know that you're on Bob Wells?" I was like, "No, I thought it was going to be later on if it was." So I'd love if you'd go over and watch their two videos. One's just me chatting with him, and the other is a tour of my van. So I'd love it if you would go over and watch those, give it a thumbs up, and make a comment. Bob does so much for this community, and actually, he's the one responsible for me being on YouTube. That's another story, but I think I did tell it in one of the videos. Let me go over here and say hello to everyone else. Mama ADW 2010. I watch you all the time. Thank you. I appreciate that. Over 50 and Fantabulous is saying God bless you too, Lori Welsh. More bang for your buttock is saying hi. I'm Mama ADW 2010 is I'm starting my new journey on our birthday 13th this month. Wow, so what's your new journey going to be? Are you going into a van? Are you going nomad? What is that going to entail? Let me know what that's going to be. Purple Tube, hello, Purple Tube. Yes, put a link up if you can. Lori Walsh says, cheers, Gina. C says, hanging with positivity. Absolutely, hanging with positivity. Van Life with Gina says, glorious life on wheels. Yes, live tonight. Holy 6 p.m. birthday party. Is it your birthday, Gina? Is it your birthday party? Because everyone needs to go over and wish Gina. Is it your birthday? I'm guessing it is. I'm behind the time, but Gina, it will be at 6 o'clock, Van Life with Gina. Go over there, say hello, tell her you came over from Glow, but do go over and see Gina, please. I would love if you would do that. And I will pop in for sure. I'm going to be over at my church, but I'm still going to pop into it. Purple Tube says, nice. Yeah. Arcuda 2001, which is Nora, says, I watch both. Wonderful. Thank you, Nora. Thank you. You probably watched them before I did because I didn't even know they were on until late last night when someone contacted me to let me know. Mama says, I love the storage you have. I do too. I really do too. Although I'm thinking of making a major change and ripping out the shower stall that I have and putting in one that goes all the way up. I don't know. I'll see. And I'm also looking at building out an NV200, that tiny, tiny little van with a pop top. You know, those old fashioned Volkswagen Westphalias that had the pop top. We'll see. But if I do, I will certainly bring you all along. Tag says Bob is an angel. Oh, he's helped so many people. He really, and unbeknownst to people, he has paid for so many repairs and just things for people that no one ever hears about. Linda Waxman says, my first live chat ever. Well, welcome. You're doing a great job, Linda. I'm so happy to have you. You know what? Once you come on a chat and see all these wonderful people, you won't ever want to miss other chats. But Lori Walsh is laughing out loud. I was headed to watch the video and I saw you were live, so I'm here first. Well, thank you, Lori. Thank you. Van Life with Gina is saying hi to Tim at Mo Bang for your bucks. Jim H says, I enjoyed the interview. How long ago was it? Let me see. I think it was, I'm trying to remember. It was I think it might have been in February or March. It was earlier this year though. And he does a whole lot of interviews and then he schedules them. So mine was scheduled way at the end of the year, but he decided to do it now. And I'm very grateful that he did because it really gave me a little boost. CC's, where's the interview? It's on Cheap RV Living and Bob Wells' channel, Cheap RV Living. There's actually two. One is a van tour and the other is just an interview with me chatting about how I started the channel and a little bit of my history. Kay Dinnenberg says, excited to see you live. I'm excited to see you here, Kay. I've got a lot of new people, no, I was going to say faces, but new names in the chat. You know what? I am going to see if I can't drop a link. Now, you all know that when I drop a link, it's usually a disaster, but I'm still going to try because I would like some of my new folks to come up and say, and my regular old timers to come up and say hello. Let's see if I can get it. I think that's it. Paste or copy. Let me do one more. I'll do one with copy. All you have to do is hit the link and then it comes into the let's see. Well, that didn't work. That didn't work. Let's see. Let me try again. Well, I told you that every time I try and do it, I do something to mess up. But I did hit the link, and I think you may be able to hit that link and come up. I would love for some of you to come up. I'm missing the chat, so let me go back over here. Mama D says, oh boy, I found you through your Bob interview, someone said, but I didn't see the name, so come back on. Hey, Don Miller, that's my baby brother is on the house. Baby brother, we're both in our 60s, but hey, I'm always going to call him my baby brother. So it says hello to everyone. Oopsie says, we had rain here in Arizona last night. It was awesome. I bet, because you had a big fire in Arizona going on. I think a couple of fires, one in Flagstaff and one somewhere else. So thank goodness. Tag says super meeting you. Well, it's TAG. It's super meeting you too. Vita McLean says, I am new to your channel. I live in Lake Havasu. I was in Lake Havasu earlier this year. Have a great day. Thank you. Thank you, Vita. You too. I was in Lake Havasu and I'm sure I will be back over there. Mo Bang for your buck says, yeah, Carol, got it down to the T now. Yeah, anyone who wants to come up, hit that link and I'd love to have you come up. Yeah, Tim says from Mo Bang says, oops, yeah, Carol kicked herself out. I did. Red's Random Videos. Hi, Red. How are you doing? Welcome. Don Miller is saying hello to everyone. And Linda says, lost you for a minute. You're back on. Linda, let me tell you what happens. Every time I try to do an invite or do a link, I don't know what I'm doing. I am the least technically inclined person that I've ever met. So every time I try and drop a link to have people come up, I manage to kick myself out. So when I tell you I'm getting ready to do a link, just hold your breath because I will be kicking someone else. I have Carlos over here. Let me see. Someone came up. Let me see. Who is this? Hello. So Carlos is Mama DW 2010. Hello. How are you?
Right.
So are you a nomad?
Yeah.
You know what? We're having a problem with your connection. We can't hear you. We can see you, but we can't hear you. We're only hearing a couple words.
All right, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now we can hear you.
We're starting our first journey. We have a 1997 Dodge Van Ram. So we're doing our first trip on our birthday on the 13th of July. Then after that, we're going to go nomad in the nomad life in October.
Now, when you say we, who is we?
My hubby and I.
Okay. Now, how long have you had your van?
We probably have it now 3 months.
3 months. So you're totally a newbie. You have you been out on the road on it with it yet?
Just bringing it back to the house. Our first trip will be on the 12th.
Wow. So are you taking a long trip or just a short, like,
That's
excursion?
a trip. That's just a show, so we can sleep in it, cook in it. We don't have everything we need. We don't have a build out. Everything is original. So the bed
Okay.
is in there, everything. We just trying to see what we'll need just for the short trips. But we have a lot of things to have for longer trips. But we just don't know where to start. So we watch the videos like crazy just to
That's
know
what
how
I
to
did.
do it. Yeah.
That's I think that's what everyone does. You watch Bob Wells, you watch I'm everyone in here who's a nomad, could you give Carla some tips on what you think are the most important things that you will need, she will need, they will need on the road? I think, you know what I think number one is you need a comfortable bed.
For sure. Because
If
that we
you
have the original bed in there.
Yeah, because if you can have everything else wonderful, beautiful, brand new, sparkling new, but if you get up in the morning and you're aching, your joints are aching, you're hurting, you can't really sleep, I don't care where you are, how beautiful it is, you're going to be miserable. So I
Right.
would say number one is a bed. Number two, for me as an older person, almost 70, I need a bathroom, a toilet of some sort. Doesn't have to be fancy, but I have to get up sometimes in the middle of the night, and I can't be getting up way out in the middle of nowhere trying to go find a bathroom. So I
Right.
would say a bathroom, some sort of toilet facility, and then of course you're going to need something to keep your food in.
Yeah, right. We don't have a refrigerator right now. We have one of those coolers where the ice lasts for like 3 days.
Okay.
But we don't, everything is saving up towards things like that. We don't have a
Right.
system, but we do have plugs in the van to start off with. I guess we have to keep it on in order to use those plugs. But as far as just like the Jackeries or the Yetis, the Blue Yetis or stuff like that, we haven't gotten those yet.
Well, I am hoping, this is what I'm hoping. At some point, I have so many people hit me up for sponsorships and things, want to sponsor my show, and I'm just taking it a step at a time. But I'm hoping at some point when I do agree to accept some of the sponsorships, one of them was with a company that wanted to give me solar panels and a little generator and stuff. And when I do, what I'd like to do is get at least a couple so I can give them out to viewers. That's my goal, is to
Right.
start doing that. But yeah, power is important, but you can survive without solar. If you have, they have the little tiny little generators that are maybe 200, 300 watts that charge your phones and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And you can get battery light, to put up around if you need lights. I mean,
Mhm.
and Lucy lights. And they have those lights that you can just stick on, and push in.
I'll make note of that. You say the Lucy lights. I've seen Bob and you all speak about that. Lucy lights.
But the lights that I like those little puck lights, the ones that are on batteries. Those are just really, I mean, that's you just need things to get you going that, and you don't want to be in the dark at night. So I think just little puck lights on batteries. And Costco, you had one that was like 6 of them in a pack, and it had a little remote with it. I don't know if they still carry it or not. But let me look for a minute, and I want to answer some of these comments here. Camper Go One says, "Where did you meet Bob at?" We met in Pahrump, Nevada. It was
Yeah,
in Pahrump.
I remember it.
But now I had met Bob before. But I'm sure he didn't remember. I met him way back in 2018 when I decided that I wanted to go to the RTR, and that was really the start of my whole journey. But I met him in 2018. But where we met to do this interview was in Pahrump, Nevada. Um, C says the water filtration system. Yes, I have a small Berkey, the little mini Berkey, and that is useful. You can get by without it, but that is a very there's to start. You don't have to have these things, but these are things that it really is nice to have if you're out in the middle of somewhere and it depends on what kind of camping you're going to do. If you're going to camp out near streams and places like that where it's miles and miles to get back to water and stuff, you really that it becomes even more important. Camper Gore One says you can order grade 4-inch beds from Amazon. Yeah, you can. What I went to an auto upholstery shop. We're getting a little bit of feedback here, Carlos. Everyone hearing that feedback, or is it just me? Okay, that's better. I went to an auto upholstery shop and I bought some foam there. They had 3 levels of foam. They had kind of soft, medium, and harder, sturdy. And the upholsterer there told me to get the sturdy one. It's 6 inches, and I'm telling you, it sleeps better than the bed in my home base. It's more comfortable than any bed that I've ever had. So the 6-inch auto upholstery foam. Now, Don Miller says, Carol, who was it that built their own bed for their van? It was, who built the bed, but you don't need to build one because you have a bed in yours, right?
Yes, I do, but I kind of wanted to taken out and add another bed because it's low and it doesn't give any storage and it's short. I'm 5'7" and the bed is short.
Okay.
5'8", so it comes originally with it, but I don't know how to do the extension so the feet can hang where it's not hanging off. It's uncomfortable. So it'd be good to just have them turn the bed to the side and then extend it out some.
Right. I'm looking at the vegan athlete. He says almost 70. You look so young with a visor and glasses. Thank you. Thank you. I gotta throw some love out to you, vegan athlete. Red Riding Hood. Hey, Red, how's it going? Saying hi, welcome in. I probably have missed some people because I can't talk to someone and look at the comment. Don is saying hi to everyone. Mo Bang is saying hi, everyone. Debbie JF. Hey, Debbie. Hi from Michigan. Found you from Bob's interviews. Congrats. Thank you, Debbie, and welcome. So you're a newbie. I'm getting a lot of newbies. I'm so happy. Camper Gore One, as Bob talked about the Blue Eddy EB70 being the most reasonable and greatest power for the money. So you might write that down, Carlos. The Blue Eddy EB70.
Is the EB70 what it is, like 70 watts or something? Or I'll probably look into an EB70.
Yeah, look it up on Amazon. You can look it up on Amazon and see what it is. But I have a Blue Eddy, but I think it's 1500, 1,000 or 1500, which I use it sometimes, but not that often since I have a lot of power in my van. Graham Whitaker says, all good advice, and my tip is just get out and do it. The little things will work themselves out, so don't go buying things until you have a need. That's very good. That's very good advice. The only thing I say, really have bed, toilet, somewhere to keep your food, and everything else, you'll figure it out as you go what you need. But one thing I would strongly urge you to have is an emergency fund.
I do. We say that.
Yes, because I've seen so many people start this without being properly prepared. They get out in the middle of nowhere, they get a tire blown or transmission or whatever, and they're stranded. And you have to have an emergency fund. Let's see. Don Miller says, all right, now the vegan athlete, you're going to give her a big head. I would know since she is, as she says, my big sister. I say older sister. Yeah, older and wiser, I might add. Older and wiser. Thank you very much. Okay. Red says, Camper Going One, so Blue Eddy is better than a Jackery, you think? I like the Blue Eddy. But I'm really impressed by that EcoFlow also. There are a couple that are coming out that I think are really, really very good. Arcuda, which is Nora, says, don't forget to leave thumbs up. Thank you, Nora. Thank you so much. Campergore1 says, Bob said the Blue Eddy is better. Yes, well, he knows because he's tried them all and over. Wanda says, how did you find your van? Carlos, how did you
Facebook for about a year. Marketplace and Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist, and it's just right when you feel like, I'm not going to find you, just give up. Then all of a sudden I had an alert pop up about 3 months ago, and this guy in Center, Alabama was selling his van because his wife had passed away because they went camping. 50, over 55,000 miles. So we went out there and talked to them, and very nice family. It was 55,000 miles, 1990.
That's good.
Yeah, very good. But it has a high roof, 55,000 miles, 1997 Dodge Ram, 2500 van. It's an older model, but everything worked on it. He barely even used it. But when she passed, I paid just a little bit under $6,000 for it.
Holy moly! Do you know what those things are going for now?
They're going for a lot.
You got a deal. Wow.
Yeah, and the only thing done was just because it has, like I said, it has all the original everything in it. So, but we want to kind of have it built. Now, I did hear you tell Bob that you went to Nomadic Customs. Well, I did reach out to them the same night, emailed them the same night, but they're booked up, so I don't have anyone that I know.
I think there are three people that I would, he's booked up, and my understanding, he's like, it's taken forever to get vans from them. So here's, Red's Custom Designs in Indiana. He's got fabulous reviews. I haven't had something from him, but Red's Custom Designs in Indiana. Then if you go on to my tour of Marie's Little Ford Connect, she had someone in Morro Bay do her build for her.
And I go, okay, so Red's Customs Designs.
Red's Custom Design in Indiana.
In Indiana. And you told me to go where else?
I'm sorry?
You say look, where else did you say go look?
If you look on the Little Ford Connect that I did a tour of, Marie, she I think it says Stunning Ford Connect or something is the title, but she had someone who did a lot of her build for her in Morro Bay. And then someone in Bakersfield called Bakersfield RV Center, someone here that I interviewed, Van Life Voyages, they had them do some build, but I called them to have some work, and they're way behind. They're very far behind. Not behind, but I mean they have a long list of, it's going to take a little while to get into them. And then one other person who, and now I don't know this person personally, I have never met them, but I did an interview of a veteran, a young veteran who was injured in an accident, and he had a build out, and this build out has everything you can imagine. The person who did the build is in Florida, and in the video he gives the name of the person. And so you might check him out. But everyone, I really like Red's Custom Designs.
Okay. Well, I wrote it all down, and then I just go on your page and have to probably look through a few of them just to see, because you do interview a lot of people too. So I'm gonna go.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. And you know what? I'm telling you, there are a lot of people. I did an interview. Oh, let me go back over here. I want to get some. I'm sorry, I've been missing the comments, but Kitty Sinclair says, I did test run on living in my SUV this week for 3 nights. Wow. That helped me figure out what I need before I donate everything from my house. Trying it out has worked for me. Yes. And you're doing that. You said you're going to be trying it out. Graham says bucks in the banks takes a lot of the stress off of travel and life in general. That is so true, Graham. You know, if you have something break down, you have no money put aside to take care of it. You are so stressed out. But if you have that, it's not a happy feeling to have something break down, but if you, at least you know you can cover it, you're not in a panic, you know. Camper Gora 1 says on Amazon, 700-watt Blue Eddy is $5.99, and there's a $100 off coupon right now. You would have to see if 700 watts would fill your needs. That I had a lot of, I do a cooking show, so sometimes I have instant pots and all kind of stuff, so I had needs that other people might not really need. Don Miller says, I'm curious about what made Carla as Mama DW make the decision to get into van life. That's a good question, Donald. What made you decide to become a nomad? What was the deciding factor?
For many, many years. I have 2 children. I had to wait till they grew up. I was in construction for over 13 years, and I said to my parents before they passed that I'm going to just get out of the 4 walls and just get on to myself. And I've been trying to do that for many years. I've always liked the freedom. I've always liked the fact of just being alone. Now, I don't meet strangers, so I know I will meet people on the road, so that never bothered me. And I was going to do all this by myself. But for the last 4 years, when I met my husband, he wanted to do the same thing. So that just made it even more willing to go out there and do it. And after finding the van, we ready. We just ready. We saved up. We did everything we were supposed to do. The kids are now grown. My parents have left us. They're gone. And I've always wanted to do it. That was something that I've never been afraid to do. It's just
You
get
know
out
what?
there.
I am so happy to hear about people being able to fulfill their dreams. So many times people have these dreams and they never get to. And it just really delights me. I mean, truly delights me. Thin Blue Lane RV Life has made an excellent point and says, if you have an emergency fund, then an emergency is just an inconvenience. That is so, so true. So true. C says carbon monoxide system. Absolutely. You do need a carbon monoxide and you need a fire extinguisher.
Oh, okay.
Make sure you have a carbon monoxide, and I would say 2, one in the front and one in the back. And absolutely don't get on the road without a fire extinguisher.
Thank you. Didn't even think about it.
Don Miller says, hey, Thin Blue Lane, RV Life, good to see you. Yes, good to see you, Thin Blue Lane. Thank you for that piece of that nugget of wisdom. Camper Gore 1 says, I do know the EB70 will run a CPAP machine. Okay, that's good to know. Thin Blue Lane RV Life says, we are in Atlanta. I would leave Florida, but we are waiting for Camping World to fix our main slide out. Oh, yeah. Oh, I tell you, these places, these camping places are just packed, and they're booked. They're booked solid. Now, what do you all think? Do you think that in another year or so that a lot of people who bought RVs are going to get tired and have a flood of these RVs in the market? What do you think? But a lot of people who bought new ones are going to be underwater on them if they do decide that. What do you all think? I'd love for you to comment and tell me, do you think in another year or two there's going to be all kinds of RVs out there? Redheaded Riding Hood, Red says, Carla, do you have a YouTube channel? Do you have a channel, Carla?
I do not. I do not. I thought about it. I've been watching how everybody gets started, and my children tell me I should because we're doing something every day, but I do not.
Why don't you? I think it would be really interesting to see a newbie on the road and how you start and what you do and what the challenges are. There's so many people who are in your situation planning to go out, and I think it'll be very helpful and very interesting. Don Miller says they're talking about this hurricane should stay offshore. Oh, there's a hurricane coming in. But just in case it does not, are you ready, Thin Blue Lane? Well, I hope you are. I hope you are, Thin Blue Lane. Leslie Leahy's says, I just bought my van last week. I'm hearing from more and more people. Wow. I take care of my mom, so I can't go full time just yet. but it gives me plenty of time to get ready. Absolutely. And I will be taking short trips in the meantime. You know what? I'm not full time. I take a lot of long trips, but I'm not full time because I have a special needs daughter and we really need to keep a home base for her. But
Mm-hmm.
I think the ideal situation is if you can have a home base or even an off-grid property and you can go out on the road, and if you have some place you need to come back and kind of regroup and kind of organize and get back out, to me that's the best. But everyone does this life differently, and that's the wonderful thing. There is no one way you have to do it, you know.
Right.
He says don't forget a butane cooktop. Yes, I love my butane cooktop. I absolutely love it, you
So
know.
you suggest a butane, because I do have a one eye electrical burner. That's what I was going to use when we purchased like the Blue Yeti
Okay,
1500 or what
well
do you think I should not get that or
well I would say check and see how much power that uses,
mm-hmm.
and look and see what you need to do is an inventory or an audit of your electrical needs. If you're going to
Okay.
have a refrigerator, if you're going to have an electrical means of cooking, you need to know how much power you will be generating and how much you will be using. So are you going to use it all up in a couple of hours and then have nothing the rest of the day and it'll take forever to recharge? That's one
Recharge.
thing about Jackery. It does seem to take a long time to recharge it, you know. But you want to do an audit of what you will be needing. Let's see. Linda Waxman says lumber is out of sight expensive. People will keep their RV. You're right. Lumber is just crazy. It's gone up like what 400% or something
I
crazy.
think
I,
so.
yeah, it's gone up really high. Thin Blue
Mm-hmm.
Lane RV Life says full time, hoping the weather is forgiving here in Florida. I hope so too, Thin Blue Lane. Don says, oopsie, I'm really glad to see you. I missed you last week because I was traveling. Yeah, my brother wasn't here last week, so he missed everyone. C says, invest in a good set of tires and set of chains. Also, I would say invest in a good tire monitor system and a tire
Time.
pressure monitoring system so you can keep track of the pressure in your tires, because that's the whole foundation of your rig. So you want to keep up and know what condition your tires are in. You don't want to be running them with the wrong pressure. So I would say
Mm-hmm.
do make sure and there are a lot of tire, and I'm trying to think who was it that was talking about a tire monitoring system. It was another our YouTuber. Oh my goodness. But there are some good systems out there, and not very expensive, but you want where you have something on each of your tires so you can monitor it from inside your rig to see what your
Okay.
pressure is on your tires. Um,
Okay.
Red says I had to have a mobile RV repair guy come look at my propane today because it was leaking. Whoa, when I was driving. That's kind of
Mm.
scary. Yeah, so you do want to check that out. Arcuda 2001 says, I think there will be lots of RVs out there in about a year or so. I think so, but we'll see. People reacted to the pandemic by getting out of town and doing something that allowed them to be safer. Thrill will wear off. I think you're right. C says butane is portable. I love my butane stove. And I think, and I have electric, like I have the Instant Pot and stuff, and I even have a little toaster, but I like my butane. However, sometimes butane is hard to find. I don't know
Mm.
why, but those little cans, sometimes I've gone to 3 Walmarts in a row and they've had none. So, I understand that the pound, the little green jug, little of butane is easier to find. I'm sorry, propane is easier to find. I have a un I have a I don't know, just a bizarre fear of propane. So I
Mm.
don't have it. But I do have a double butane burner cook stove that can use either propane or butane. I've never used propane on it, but it can use both. Um, Thin Blue Lane RV Life says, yeah, we depend on our TPMS, their tire pressure monitoring system. What kind of tire pressure monitoring system do you have, Thin Blue Lane? And would you like to come up and share a little bit about, I know that you've been out there for a while. Oopsie says, my Jackery 1000 runs my microwave. Okay, so Oopsie has a Jackery 1000. Do you find that it takes a long time to charge your Jackery, Oopsie? Red says, I want to get back to sticks and bricks eventually, but for now, I'm happy on the road. I sold my house in Georgia last August. Well, you know what? This is working for you right now. And when you're ready, Red, you will go back, you know? Don Miller says, I've heard it both ways, Leslie. I think it is just a matter of what a person likes. I missed what that was about. Rebecca of Pollywog Flat says, like your rig, Glow. Thanks for sharing. Thank you, Rebecca. I'm going to be doing probably some major changes in it, but I was looking at doing another build of a larger, but you know what? These gas prices are eating me alive. So I'm looking at doing a build of I have a Honda Civic that I use for running around town because it's too expensive to run around town in my ProMaster. But I'm looking at building out one of those little NV200s and putting a pop top. So I'll see, but I will keep you guys posted. Thin Blue Lane says our Jackery 1000 will run our microwave too. We also use it for coffee, and you could plug the TV and the Roku into it. Okay. So I think probably at least 1,000. That's just what I think, but that, don't go on what I say. Look and see what other people.
I'm gonna audit everything
what
like
your
you
own
said.
what your own needs are going to be. Graham Whitaker says, don't fall into the trap of driving. Be in the mindset of stop and smell the roses. You know what, Graham? You are so right. I travel very differently now from when I first started off. I would start off and I would have a specific destination in mind, and boy, I was like a rocket getting there. And I didn't really enjoy it as much. Now, if I see something interesting, I pull over, and I have that I use that fuel finder to find boondocking spots along the road for overnight stops, and we just stop and smell the roses. If there's a waterfall we want to see, we stop over, and if it means we don't get to our destination till the next day, that's okay. But I find that I just enjoy it so much more traveling like that. I really do. Thin Blue Lane. Oh, Camper Gore 1 says, I learned never fill your propane tank completely full. It expands. Oh, I didn't know that. That makes sense, though. So she's saying that your propane tank will expand, so don't fill it completely full. Okay. Oopsie says, I share your fear of propane, Carol. Yeah, I don't know why. I just have this fear of propane. Camper Gore 1 says, Thin Blue Lane life was so scary. My friend had just got out of my RV, lit a cigarette, and yelled propane and ran. Oh my gosh. And someone else had a fire that burned up. Well, there are a number of fires that have burned up RVs. So so if you want to go electric, I don't blame you on that. Just do an audit of what Rebecca says, looking forward to your next bill, whatever that may be. I am looking forward to it too, but right now it is very hard, almost impossible to find a used NV200. I did a search, and one of the dealers did a search for me, which I don't want to buy one from a dealer, but they have 12 different dealerships. They didn't have one within 500 to 800 miles, a used NV200. So they're so popular right now. Hey, King of Aloha Tarot. Welcome into the house, saying, hey, here's my friend from the Bay Area. Welcome. Tag says, so true. Redheaded says, yeah, Carol, when I'm ready. Exactly. Thanks. Yeah, when you're ready, there's no rush. Do it on your own timetable, Red. No one else's timetable, just yours. C says, picking up my NV200 soon. Oh my goodness, I'm so jealous. Oh, are you getting a new one, a used one? I hope to meet you soon. Happy 4th, everyone. Cut out and about. Oh, I would love to see that. I have a tour this week coming up. I'm doing a tour I'm going to air of a little Ford Connect, another one, but it was a self build. But she did some really interesting things, and she has a shower out back that I thought was just genius. So I'm going to share that. Also, I'm doing, oh, I am lit up. I am fired up, lit up about a city in North County, San Diego, that has passed a ruling that there's no RV parking from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. And basically, they are going after RVs. And some of the people that they're going after are older, elderly women. So I am fired up, and I went to the city council meeting and met with one of the city council members for a few minutes. I am fired up and taking them on like I need another fight. I'm always a fight waiting to happen. But this one this is just unnecessary, coming after these women who are on limited income, living on Social Security, disability Social Security by themselves, and you're going to make it so they have nowhere to sleep, and then ticketing them $58 per ticket, and then getting so many tickets they can't afford, and then impounding their vehicle. Oh no.
No.
I am lit. And you're going to see that in one of the videos that I do this week, because I am really lit. I interviewed a couple of these ladies, and I'm going to even put these council persons, the city council members' names and numbers in my description. And if you guys want to call them out, I welcome you to do that. We need to stick together and not put up with this craziness. Anyhow, let me get off my soapbox. But Kitty Sinclair says, Glow, are you planning to attend the Gutted event in Colorado in September? I would love to attend it, Kitty, but I'm probably not, because I'm going to Lollapalooza in October. If I can fit it in, I will, but I also want to fit in a trip to the East Coast between now and September, but I don't want to be there during hurricane season. But I don't want to be there in the last time I went to North Carolina, and it was so hot, I really got sick. My blood pressure went sky high. The heat and the humidity just got to me. So I do need to maybe wait till September, but I'm trying to get in and out around hurricanes. So we'll see. But I'll keep me posted on that. And I'll look it up and see how far it is from where I'm going to be. And I just might show up. I just might. Freddie Schaefer says, I plan on installing about a 90-pound oops, I missed that, Freddie. Could you add that again? I didn't get it. Thin Blue Lane RV says, are you in California? Yes, I am. My home base is in California, in Southern California. American Wanderer. Hey, American Wanderer, how are you? I missed your comment, but hello, welcome. So glad to see you. He was a guest on one of my lives. Red says, you go, Carol. Good for you. Hey, I'm just fired up about that situation. Don says, Carol, Kitty Sinclair wants to know if you are going to the Gutted event. Yeah, I answered that. I don't know. It's less likely that I will go, honestly, because of Lollapalooza in October. We're doing Palm Springs. Also, I don't have to, but I have some business I really do need to take care of on the East Coast. It'll be best if I'm there to handle it. So, and I don't want to fly. I want to go in my van. So we'll see. Thin Blue Lane says, in Texas, they consider your RV your home, not a vehicle. Really? Well, see, here's the thing. These women, they cannot get assistance because they're considered sheltered. So homeless organizations won't help them because they're considered sheltered, because they have a roof over their head. They can't get help from any alcohol or drug program because they don't have alcohol or drug issues. So they're really out there, and now they're eliminating the one place that they can safely park on the street, and they're coming up to them at 3:00 and 5:00 in the morning, knocking on the door, asking, "Oh, is this a abandoned vehicle?" You're going to tell me you can't check at 10:00 in the morning or 5:00 in the evening to see if it's abandoned? If it's abandoned at 3:00 in the morning, it will be abandoned at 10 a.m. in the morning. But you're going to come up at 3:00 in the morning. It's just pure harassment, absolute harassment. And you know what? Let me stop before I get going again. But anyhow, you know what? I hate a bully. I do not like a bully. And
I agree.
really someone who is more powerful, who just lords it over someone who's less powerful and just drives them into the ground. I cannot tolerate a bully. And the city council in Oceanside, California, in my opinion, are being bullies.
Yeah,
But
I agree.
you know, Don says, afraid of a little heat or a hurricane. Okay, you get in the middle. Hey, okay, Donald, it's my brother, so I can go up for him. Who was it whose house got flooded in a hurricane, got completely washed down the road? So yeah, I am afraid of a hurricane. My van isn't cemented or secured down, so
Right.
we'll be floating down somewhere. I don't know where, but anyhow. But that was a very tragic occurrence for my brother. They were hit by a hurricane and it completely destroyed the whole neighborhood. Camper Gore One says, I really wanted to go to Lollapalooza this year. I missed it. Camper Gore One, can you add that? Wanted to go to Lollapalooza, but I'm planning to be in Lollapalooza. Also will be in and out of Arizona many times and hoping to do a meetup of some sort. Deb from oh my goodness, my Deborah from my mind is gone. Can someone help me here? My mind is totally gone. But Deborah Dickinson. Oh, I surely had a senior moment there, didn't I? But Deborah Dickinson had talked about maybe doing a get together, a meetup. And I'm thinking maybe I can rope RV Rebel Girl, if she's going to be there, into doing it. And maybe a couple of other people who are going to be at Lollapalooza, see if I can't convince them to do some meetups in Arizona. Freddie says, I plan on installing a 90-pound propane tank on my box truck. Okay, on the porch. If someone rear ends me, I will never know. Oh my. I know God personally. That's kind of scary. That's a little bit scary. I know God personally too, but I want to know what's happening. Don Miller says, yes, my son lives in Wilmington, so the wife runs down there quite a bit. I usually just pass through on my way to Myrtle Beach. Yeah. Then Blue Lane says, that is why we avoid California. No offense. Aw, California is so beautiful, but the gas is out of sight. I have to tell you, it is out. Someone told me that they paid $5.19 a gallon for gas up in Lake Tahoe. So you pay a premium for being here. You really do. Jim H says, remember, it's the people that voted the idiots into office that need to change as well. Well, I'm not even going to go there. I'm not going to go there. I'm just going to say I'm hopeful that gas will come down. But you know how it is. Once people get used to collecting a certain amount of money, they don't want to give that up, you know. So Linda says some of these ladies may be veterans. Yes, I salute to the veterans. I come from a family of veterans. My dad was military for almost 30 years, and my brother too was military. I think he was weren't you a triple hatter, Donald? Whatever that's called, like Green Beret, air. You know, I don't know that stuff. I just knew he jumped out of airplanes into crazy places. But Camper Goer One says the cost of living in a sticks and bricks has become so expensive, it leaves people no options. That is very true. And that's why municipalities need to be mindful of that. People who are living because they don't in rigs because they don't have an alternative. I'm really pressing the city council to come up with either to undo that ruling or to come up with a safe parking lots and where people where they can park at night safe. So that's what I'm pressing them to do, and we'll see how it goes. Camber Gore One says, I'll be in school this month, the 23rd of July till mid-November, so I won't be able to go to Lola. Oh, we'll miss you, but maybe you'll be able to be out in Arizona. Let's see. 1159 says, Don Ditto, so sorry to hear what happened to you and your family. Yeah. It was some years back, but it was quite an ordeal for him. It was quite an ordeal. John's is saying time check. Time check. It's time already? I'm just getting to know all of you, seeing the new faces and Freddie Schaefer says yesterday in North Texas, gas was $2.92 a gallon. So rub it in,
Wow.
Freddie. Just rub it in. Because we're not finding anything here, even at Costco, under $3.99, and that went up 8 cents a couple days ago, so it's probably over $4 even at Costco. So rub it in, Freddie. But I'm happy somewhere someone is being able to pay reasonable prices, even if we're not. I'm glad someone is, because I tell you. Vita McLean says, I'm a veteran. Well, thank you, Vita, for your service. Thank you very much.
Thank you for
I
your
appreciate it.
service.
And I love veterans. Red says, I love California. That's why I'm being a nomad. Maybe I can save up to get a place out there. Not sure where I'll settle, but I'm from California, LA area. I'll tell you what I think now is my most beautiful place in California, although there's so many, is up near Shasta Trinity National Park. Up near McLeod, those waterfalls. And I still have another video I need to get out on those waterfalls, but I had to do this one first on this crazy city council. That just, something comes up and it kind of squashes everything else till I get that out. But I think, Red, if you go up to that area, it is spectacular. Spectacular. I think you will love it. When you check it out, let me know what you think. Let me know. Regina Palmer says, greetings, Glow. Found your channel from Bob. Oh, thank you, Regina. Welcome, welcome. I'm so glad to see you. Says, I'm taking a medical assistance, phlebotomy, EKG tech, patient care. I'm guessing that's Camper Gore 1, who was talking about being in school because it passed up by who it was. Arcuda 2001 says, the hour went so fast, but always nice to share the hour with everyone here. It is. It's going so fast. Oh, look at Jim H says, $2.89 at Costco in Central Arizona today. $1.99 last year this time. Yeah, it's gone up quite a bit. But every time I go to Quartzsite, I try to, if I'm running low, when I get to what's that city? Blythe, which is about 30 miles, and I put maybe 2 gallons in, enough to get me over the border into Arizona so I can fill up when I get to Arizona, because I do not want to fill up and pay those out. I mean, 20 minutes away, you're paying $1 or $1.50 more a gallon. How crazy is that?
Yeah.
That makes no sense. That makes absolutely no sense. The American Wanderer says, Vietnam, that is LOL. I miss that American Wanderer. My dad was in Vietnam, though. My dad served time in World War II. He was in the Korean conflict, and he went to Vietnam. I mean, is that not something? He was in all 3 of those conflicts. That's just amazing, and I'm so proud of
history.
him.
Yeah.
It is history. Don says, thanks, 1159, but to be honest, we all took it in stride and survived. The worst part for me was the house was paid for, and I had to get a mortgage when I was living high on the hog. Isn't that something? To have your house, a paid-off house destroyed and have to get another mortgage. Yeah, that would hurt. That would really hurt. Well, folks, I'm going to read a couple more comments, and it's going to be time to go. Jim H. says, but what I'd give to be able to sit on the beach and watch the sunset over the Pacific. Oh, there's nothing like it. When that video that I did up at, where was it? Oh, at Pismo Beach, those sunsets were just spectacular. And even the sunsets here sitting, I don't get too far close to the edge of the cliffs because some of those have come down, but I will get there and just sit and look out over. And where I was up at Shasta Trinity National Forest, just sitting there and watching the waterfall and with my feet in the river as the trout were going by. It was just like being in nirvana. It was just heaven on earth, I tell you. But there are a lot of beautiful places in this country, and I want to see some of it. And Carlos, it's Mama DW 2010. You're going to see some of them, and you need to start a YouTube channel so you can take this with you. And I'm going to say right now that anyone who wants to start a YouTube channel, let me know, and I will do my best to help you get started. I'm not pretty good at the technical part, but I can give you some pointers on what I did that worked and what I should have not done or what didn't work. So anyone who wants to start, and and I would love to have you come on my channel and share your I can't even talk right now, and share your channel out. Anything I can do to help a new starting out YouTuber, I would love to do. I wasn't going to announce this today, but I am at some point, probably in the next 6 weeks, I'm going to start memberships. And I haven't done it in the past because, you know what, nothing against anyone who has memberships, but for me, and I am a member to several channels just supporting them. But I'm a cheapwad. I'm a cheapskate, and I'm a proud cheapskate. So if I pay $1 for something, I want $5 worth of something. If I pay $5 for something, I want $30 worth of something. So the idea of me doing a membership and just giving you guys, you know, a little tag on your name when you sign in or something, I really want to do something that's really that I feel that if you're going to be a member and support this channel in that way, that I need to give you something that really is of value. So I've been coming up with some ideas of what I think would be things of value that I could provide, not just information, because that's of value, but also tangible things, you know, that I can do. And so could you do me a favor? Could all of you on one of my upcoming videos, could you, or even come back on this video when it goes, the replay, and could you tell me what you think would be things of value for a membership on my channel? I want some input from you. I'd like you to tell me, for you to want to be a member of a channel, what do you want in return? I think that's fair to ask you what you would want. But let me also say this. Anyone who becomes a member of my channel, that doesn't mean that I heard someone told me a couple of weeks ago that there was a channel that when they had lives or stuff, they would only answer questions for people who were members. I'm not going to do any of that kind of crazy foolishness. Anyone, you don't have to be a member to have access to me, for me to answer your questions. If you email me for me to, it may take a little while because I'm so far behind, but for me to answer your emails, whether you're a member or not, I will do that. And because you're just coming on here as support, you're just watching my videos as support. You don't have to be a member for me to consider you part of my Glow family. So I want to make that clear. So I don't want anyone, especially someone who it might be a burden from, I don't want anyone to become a member if it's going to be a burden, because you don't have to still for me to respond to you. I just want to say that. But I'd like to know, let me know, what would you like and what do you think makes it worthwhile to be a member to a channel? Because this is all new to me, but I know the cheapskate that I am, I want more. So I'm guessing there are a lot of you out there that would want more too. So can you tell me what that more is? I'd love to hear it. I'm going to read some of these last comments and then we got to go. Don't forget, Gina, Van Life with Gina at 6 o'clock, her live. And I'm going to go on here. Let's see. Red says, I need to see if I can buy my mom's house. Oh, buy your mom's house in Arroyo Grande near Pismo Beach. Oh my goodness, Pismo Beach. If you could do that. Woo, that is some beautiful. That's some of the most beautiful. Wow. Isn't that? It's beautiful. Jim H says, thanks, Carol, Carlos, and the rest of the team. Time for me to go. All right, Jim.
Okay. I appreciate you too, Carol. And I will continue on being behind you and support you. And I'm going to keep following you and I'm going to keep learning. Thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. And I'm going to undo you now and go over and answer these other few.
Okay.
It was so nice meeting you. And hit me up on Gmail if you want to start a YouTube channel. And I'll do whatever I can to help you.
Thank you. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye. Okay, so Red says, I'll join yours. Recipes, stickers, discounts on merch. Okay. I'm going to go back. Donald, would you take notes here on this? Recipes, stickers, discounts on merch. Freddie says, Rebecca of Poly. Oh, I missed. Darn it. It went too fast. Red says Pismo Beach. Donald says Pismo Beach is pretty much out of my finance bracket with the house prices. I would love to live in that area. I would love to too. But if you can buy your mom's house, well, who says I'm not a cheapskate? Oh yeah, I am a cheapskate. I am. But I think I'm a generous cheapskate. I know that's kind of a contradiction. I'm a cheapskate when I buy something. I want to get it at the lowest price, but I'd love to share. So I don't know. That's a kind of a contradiction. Go figure it out, because I don't know. Don says, you are thrifty. Yeah, I am thrifty. That too. Vita says, take care, everyone. Don says, but not a cheapskate. Red says, Arroyo Grande is cheaper than Pismo, I'm sure, Don, but I don't know if I'll end up in California, but I hope so. Anywhere in that area is beautiful, Red. TAG says, gotta go. Thanks. Take care, Carol. Bye. We're heading out too, Tag. Leslie says, Carlos, as mama, good luck and enjoy your journey. Yes. Freddie says, I get a ribeye on a barbecue tomorrow. Oh, that sounds good. What better way to have a 4th of July, everyone? That sounded good. My mouth is watering already. Graham said, a camper says bye. Red says bye. Graham says, what I'm after in your channel is a pretty girl with a big smile and positive attitude. You got it covered. I love you, Graham. I love you. Thank you. Don says yes. Denise 001-ish says, thank you, Carol, for all you do. Oh, you're more than welcome. Cynthia Pitt says, value for your money. Yes, but Cynthia, can you be more specific? What do you think would be about value for the money? I want to know, because I want to incorporate some of your ideas. Faye says, happy 4th of July, all. Hey, Faye, my dear, dear friend, Faye, we have camped together and have had such a good time. And I look so forward to seeing you again soon, Fee. Hope you and Oopsie are having a wonderful time. Red-headed Riding Hood says, thanks, Carol. Mama says, thanks again. See you soon. See you, Mama, ADW 2010. Lindy and Lovey. Hi, Lindy and Lovey. How are you? Says, cost conscious. Okay. Thanks for a fabulous hour. You're welcome, Nora. May your journeys be filled with joy and blessings, and have a wonderful, wonderful 4th of July, a safe 4th of July, celebrating our country and all the great things that, every place has things that could improve, but I think we are the greatest country on the face of the earth. And let's celebrate it this weekend. And everyone, bye. Kitty says, this was so helpful. Thank you so much for helping us. Love you all. I'll see you next week. And don't forget, next week, I've got that When I'm Fired Up video, and also have a tour coming up next week. So I'll see you guys. Bye. Take care.